Fish on. Yep. Handsome little rainbow. Here we go on the brown trout pattern Arctic fox trolling fly. Well, there we go. Nice little pan-sized rainbow, and there's the fly. He nailed that brown trout pattern Arctic fox. So we're off to a decent start. So if you've been reading my articles or watching my videos, you know I've been fishing the high Sierras a lot this year. So I thought I'd just kind of talk about the lures that have been working for me. And you know, your mileage may vary, but my #1 trolling lure this year has been the copper speedy shiner. Caught a whole bunch of trout on that lure. A close second behind that have been 1/4 ounce Castmasters. Orange, gold, and my old favorite, chrome and blue. Been all working really well. At times when I've been on bait fish bites, Captain America humdingers have worked really well for me, as have the shad pattern XLs in the smaller sizes. I've spent some time trolling threaded worms. Been pairing them with the Max Lure flashlight flashers. Those are the Mylar flashers. Very low drag, very effective presentation. When I'm pulling that, a lot of times I'll pull that on one rod and I'll be pulling a frog flatfish on the other. And that's kind of my, when the going gets tough, combination that I break out. So when I haven't been able to get bites on other lures, those have produced well for me. And of course, as we've gotten into the fall, golly, the Arctic fox trolling flies have just been dynamite for me. I've gotten, well, I got a rainbow approaching 7 pounds on a shad pattern fly. I caught a fish today on a brown trout pattern. I've got a bunch of other strikes, and I was up at Davis Lake and I did really well on the Tui chub pattern stuff, the olive back kind of flies. You know, I'm pairing those with an action disc. And when I've been hunting for, you know, big fish and wanting to troll fast, that Yozuri El minnow, size about that long, in the rainbow pattern. That's been working for me. It always works for me. I throw that from the shore. I troll it. It's just a really effective lure. I run Rapalas too, but honestly, right now, when I reach into the box and I'm looking for a minnow plug, it's hard not to grab that El minnow because I've just caught so many fish on it. So that's about the size of it. Threaded worms, speedy shiners, particularly in that copper color, some XLs, some Castmasters, and the trolling flies, and the flatfish. Those have been kind of my go-tos this year, and I haven't had to get much deeper into the tackle box than that. This spring I was running a lot of sling blade dodgers with you know, shads. I was running the Captain America humdingers, the XLs. I haven't had a dodger on my line in couple 3 months. That's a lot to do with the lakes I've been fishing though. When I get down and start hitting the lower elevation stuff, Folsom, Shasta, New Maloney's, I will start running dodgers more. But at these higher elevation lakes, I just got whacked. Ooh, I got whacked again. Anyway, on these higher elevation lakes, 3 hits in a row and no hookup. Wow. On these higher elevation lakes, very often I'll run without a dodger. And, ooh, I think that fish is on there. Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, yeah, I don't think so. I think he was just a serial striker. Battery's real tiny. No, maybe he's there. Anyway, he's not a monster if he's on there. But anyway, those have been my my go-to baits this summer and fall. Let's see what we got on the line here.